Hello. Hi. Happy Friday Eve, everyone. Happy Friday Eve. I'm so ready for tomorrow. I'm so ready for it to be Friday. Tomorrow's payday, and it is the last day of the week before the weekend happens, and I'm so ready. But I am also so ready to get back into this game. I miss this game. I miss it so much. Let's go. Hello. Where did we leave off? That's the question. I never remember. Standing awkwardly on my farm on the 9th of summer at about 11 a.m. That's where we left off. I got a juice. Okay, I must have done a request. So I got a juice. I need turnips. But I don't think they've grown yet today. Matthew, I'm kind of close to being able to propose to him, so that'll be nice. I don't know if I've given him a gift yet today, so we'll go over there and see. Okay, I don't even have milk yet, so I don't know if I've taken care of my farm animals yet. We're gonna see. I'm gonna go over there and try and, like, milk my cow and see what happens. Give me the patience. Give me them patience. Thank you. I think I got all the big ones. Glenabas? No, they're all too small. Okay. Have I attempted to take care of you today? Yes. Okay. So maybe I have visited him today? I'll go see if he'll take my veggie juice. We'll see if he wants that. We'll see if he wants that. Oh, Matthew, my beloved, my hopeful beloved, please accept my vegetable juice. Insert the Miku Hatsune song about vegetable juice. What? Just here to chat. Bingo! Okay, he took it. Anyway, are you here to shop? No. Talk to me. Chat. How's your farm coming along? If you need advice on crops, ask Vesta. No. 4 hearts. Is that enough? Have I seen all of his events? That was something I was looking up. Okay, that was something I was looking up. Hold on. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. Nope, that's the Nintendo shop. There we go. That's not it either. There we go, the wiki. Marriage candidates. Matthew. Events. Oh, you know what? I think the veggie juice might have been something he gave me, and then I just gifted it back to him. Whoops. Oh, this wiki's incomplete. Where's the Fugi? Where's the Fugi? Fogu, my bad. Wonderful day. Oh, so you can give multiple gifts a day. Oh shit, okay. Oh, and the map will tell me where they are? No shit. Yeah, let me leave the farm. I'm learning things. Ah! Ah! That's so cool! It tells me who's where. Or at least where they live. Not where they are. Well, maybe not where they are currently. Okay. So I need to start giving him multiple things a day. Oh, and I should be friending Daryl the scientist.
Sniff, sniff, I smell a stinky Lumi. Uwu Celeste 303 sniffies. Celeste 303 floof. Celeste 303 sniffies. Celeste
Link,
303 floof.
what the heck? Link, what kind of introduction is that? First you insult me and then you throw things at me? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Somebody put Link in the corner. Somebody shove that boy in the corner, please. He needs to go on timeout. No, don't actually. Don't actually time him out. I wonder if I can just go give him a peach real quick. You accept my peach? Cat. Oh my god! You can give them multiple things as long as they're not the related items. This is amazing. Amazing. I have to get married, or at least propose by the end of the year 1. So I need to pick up the pace. I need to find Daryl and start befriending him. So I can get free things. I love free things. I might as well work on befriending Nina. Brock, nobody cares about you. Granny!
Oh.
That's her favorite. Oh my god, she loves peaches. I will give her peaches all the time now. There you go. Goodness gracious, it is hot out. Though the heat in Forgotten Valley is much better than in other places. Okay, now the scientist man. It's 1 p.m. He should be awake. I think he sleeps until like noon, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he's home. Yeesh. What? Okay, he doesn't like quiche. Egg. There we go. Oh, he's excited. Okay. Keep your mitts off the machinery, you hear me? Stain. Do you have any food recipes in here by chance? For the cooking? Nope, no food recipes. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll go mining for the rest of the day then. I wonder if I can give him like a third thing. Will he accept an egg? Eggy? Yes! Oh my god, this is amazing. As long as you give them unrelated items, you can give them multiple things a day. Lydia, did you know this? The heat was bad enough, but the humidity is making things worse. Of course. I don't know if I've seen the harvest sprites today. Well, now you can load Matthew up with gifts every day as long as they are not related to each other, and he will accept all of them. Fast track affection right there. You're welcome. You're welcome. I must have spoken to them already today. Okay, good to know. Time to go have a beef with Carter. And possibly Flora. I see some things sticking out of the ground. Yes. Excuse me. How rude of me. Better find some cool shit today. That's a fossil. You're a fossil, Carter. Get out of my way. Something peculiar. Dig multiple times in every hole, because you never know. There might be stuff buried deep down. Like my emotions. Buried. Deep down. See, I found something deep down. Ooh, it's a crystal. Pretty gemstone. I'll sell that to Van the next time he shows up, which I don't think will be this month, but we'll find out when I look at a calendar. Oh. Oh. A weird statue. Oh, okay. I thought Carter was gone. I just can't see him because my iPad is covering the bottom portion of my screen. It's like, oh my god, he left. No, he didn't. He's hiding. Good. I don't want to see his ugly face in my way. Boom. Boom. Okay. Duh. 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 Ooh, something. Yeah. Give me Carter. Okay. Like, if he pushes me out of the way. Ooh, a fossil. Okay. No. Oh, is it the end of the day? Aww. I didn't find anything good, but that's okay. I can sell these things later. Another productive day of digging. Nothing of value. Carter, we will fight. Carter does not get a Christmas card. He's lucky if he gets a birthday present, to be honest. Let's see if my crops need watering a second time. I hope I'm not... Oh, I need to give him money. I hope I'm not running out of time to do the request, because it says I have 1 day. $100G. $100G for Pui. I will come back again. Just for you, Pui. I'm gonna go pick these flowers and give one to Nina, because she's one of the very few people that accepts them. Nina! Yes. Oh! Oh! She's so cute. Here we go. Turnip. Okay, I think I can water them again. I know I have more than 2 chickens now, but for the life of me, I don't know where the rest of them were hiding. Okay, I only have 3. I thought I had 4. Thought I had 4. A beautiful summer day. Animals spent it outside. Oop. Okay. Ooh, $1,600 today. Love that for me. Yeah. Okay, and sleep. Hey, the pond is ready. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I ordered the pond. Aw, thank you for the head pat. Move me out of the way a little bit. And move chat out of the way a smidge. Oh! Delvin. Delvin, you can't... you did that backwards, Delvin. Delvin. You were supposed to give me the ouchie first and then the head pat as a reward. Instead, you gave me false sense of security. I moved. Delvin helped. Take good care of the new addition. There's just no winning. I'm trying to uncover the words. I guess I'll just do that. Okay. What's the weather today? Mostly cloudy, so it might rain later. My luck is not great. Oh, thank you for the meteor shower, Lydia. You prepped my noggin. You softened me up. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. Oh, I got a thing. Okay. Oh. Link, how dare you? These turnips better grow this afternoon. Because I think... yeah, deadline is today, so I need those turnips today. Bananas. Give me bananas, please. All the bananas. Please, bananas. Oh, I'm hungry, apparently. I could probably cook something for myself and then eat it. Yeah, let's go do that. Go cook something. What can I cook? What can I cook? Recipe. Soup. Egg soup. Do I not have an egg in my hand? Borscht. Do I not have an egg in my hand? Guess not. Let's salad. Have a banana. Nope, that's soup. Salad. An unknown recipe, but I got the ingredients for it. Okay. I do a fish and an herb for a carpaccio salad. Need to go to my refrigerator. Get one of those. And one of those. Fish soup. Nope, it was a salad. Carpaccio. Yes. Make dish. Yes. Amazing! I did it! Okay. Eat. There, I'm not hungry anymore. Amazing! Time to let the babies out. I can get a duck now that I have a pond. Depending on how expensive they are, I will check to see if I can afford a duck right now. animal. Maybe not yet? Why I know can have duck? Maybe I have to wait. Okay, we'll wait and see if there's like a time that I can order a duck later. Maybe one will just show up. That could be a possibility. You're like, oh, you have a pond? There's a duck in it now. Oh, I can shear the sheep today. Shrimp. I forgot about the names. Shrimp the sheep. Burger the cow. Nebula the horse. I named that one. Oh, stop sleeping. Are you sleeping? Can't see your face. Okay, good. You're not sleeping now. They get pissed if you do things while they're sleeping. Okay. Go. Okay. Chicken. Every time I pick them up, they scream. Cow the chicken. They're like, ah! I've startled them, that's what it is. Cow the chicken. Goat the chicken. Hi, Benny. There's the other chicken. Why do you not have egg for me yet? Nugget. Hi, Benny. How are you? No egg in here. Okay, so that's the animals and the farm taken care of. Now let me go train the dog for a little bit. Oh. Oh, I'm dancing here. Excuse me. First you make me dance and then you bonk me on the head? What the hell? Trying to have a dance party, Link. Nova. Okay. Nova's training is very advanced, so it's gonna take a while. Link just out here to frickin' bully me is what he's doing. Oh no, the rain! I have to put all my animals back inside. No. Look at him spin. I know you all just came outside, but it's time to go back inside. Which means I need to make sure they have food in their troughs. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do not mean it. I apologize. Put in. Put in. Put in. Put in. There we go. Whew. Crisis averted. Ooh, golden wool. Let's sell that. We're gonna sell 3 bananas. We're gonna sell 2 peaches. I'm gonna get 6 grand. Heyo. It worked? Yeah, okay, it did. Is Takakura home? Thank you, Lydia, for the lurk. He on my farm and I just don't notice him? No, okay. I'll have to come back and check on my turnips later. Oh, new request, okay. There he is. Please enjoy a banana. Homegrown crop? What, you don't want it? What? Sir? Fine. Guess he doesn't want my gift. Rude. So windy over here. Banana. He said it was good to see me. Okay. And then milk. Please accept my love. I mean milk. Ooh, 5 hearts of affection. Well, thank you. Welcome back, Lydia. It was all right. I wonder if he'll accept the egg. It's not exactly similar to milk, but it is an animal product. Okay, he did. Cool. Alright, let me take a look at something, because I realized I got distracted. Let's see. Reading. Okay, so ducks happen in chapter 2. Matthew's page. 2 heart events. I did 4 heart events, I believe. So, okay, I don't have 6 hearts yet, so, okay. Name the duck after me. Call it the Stinky Link. I mean, if I remember, I absolutely will do that. Cecilia, please. Cecilia, Matthew, please. Okay, next. Okay. Should be able to do some mining today. Go visit. Do you have anything left to give, Daryl? He accepts a fruit. Let's see if he accepts a fruit. I think today's the last day of summer. Luna! Oh, hello. Welcome in. Okay, so he does sleep till like 1 p.m. Various plants. 2 tools. Flowers. Mysterious liquid. Fooge. Nom nom nom. Delicious. I hope it was delicious. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Let me in your house. There we go. Ate some tacos, and not just any tacos. Beef tongue. Oh snap. Waste my time. Okay, so he doesn't like. Do you like this? He does. Okay. He likes the archaeological discoveries. Okay, got it. Nice. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Do you like this? He does. Amazing. Keep your mitts off the machinery. Well, okay. Proceeds to touch everything. Didi, get out of my laboratory. Alright, are my turnips grown yet, please? I need them for the freaking requests. Oh my god. Maybe? 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 Yes! Amazing. Perfect. Yes. Yes. And yes. Okay. I need to make one quick... That's a chicken coop, not my house. I need to make a quick turnip. 500 bucks. Love that for me. Or quick pickles, I mean. Recipe. Salad. Quick pickles. Yes. One of them. No, I said yes. Not 5. Oh my god. Oh my god. One of them. Okay, so who needed that? Matthew needs a turnip. Lumina wants the quick pickles. Okay. We're waiting for tomorrow because I get to fire up the grill to make a big boy steak. Ooh, tomahawk ribeye. I've never heard of that. Is that like a way to cook it? Or is it the shape of the ribeye? Matthew, I have turnip for you. I wonder... What? About your request. The cut of the meat? Interesting. Hand it over. Yes, I did. What do you really got what I wanted? There is a food channel. I don't know what he just gave me. What did he give me? Milk. Cool. No? Yes. Yes, he gave me milk. Okay. Hello. Oh, you only have the same thing to say. Call horse. You can hear my kittens going ham at each other in the bathroom. Oh, there she is. Hello. Your request, madam. Quick pickles. Amazing. And what do I get? Melon seeds. Okay, I will check the food channel after stream, and I will see delicious steak. Probably too late in the day to bother with mining. I'm just gonna go back home. I will prep myself to see what seeds I have that I can start planting tomorrow. You're not supposed to be outside. You were all supposed to go inside. God, my kittens are murdering each other in the other room. Oh, okay. What? Put some turnips away. Yeah, we'll put those milks away. We'll put those away. I need to give Nina a peach. Okay. Well, I guess I don't have any seeds right now. Summer to autumn. Okay, so I'll use those for tomorrow. And I need to go buy some seeds. I thought I had some seeds stored away, but I guess not. Pink! What does that mean? Told my parents I don't want a cake for my birthday, but I do want a steak as a birthday cake. And that being a tomahawk ribeye. Walked past it by Walmart with my dad, and like 2 days later, my dad picks me up from school and said that you had a surprise. Oh, pink sheep. Well, I'm glad you got your steak. Hello? Open door? There we go. Vesta.
Hey!
Hey! Yes, please. Spring to autumn. Okay, so I'm gonna do 5 more of these. Yep. Oh, wrong button. J. Was that Lucifer? Okay, no. Autumn to spring. Okay, so I can do these. Aw, is she moving out? Summer to winter. Okay, I can do 5 more of these. Da-da-da. Potato. Okay. Carrot. Autumn to winter. Get some carrots going. Well, congratulations to her, but I'm sorry she's leaving and that you will miss her. Girls gotta grow up and move out sometimes, you know? Sweet potato only grows in autumn. That was hilarious timing on Delvin's part. Okay, that's it for the regular seeds. Okay. That makes sense. Nina. Do I not have a flower in my bag? Oh, I was gonna give her a peach. That's what it was. Put all the flowers away. Yeesh. Boop.
Oh. Oh.
It's ever so nice of you. I know. You're welcome, Grandma. Take a look. So his friendship is at 8, but his affection is not quite up there yet. He's only at 5 hearts, excuse me. Alright, let's plant some seeds. No, I do not wish for it to go in that direction. There's a deal if they got this apartment, which was like $1,000 off the first month. Nice! Oh, can't plant those yet. Secretly, Delvin is just mean. Can't plant those till tomorrow, but I can at least water the ones that I've got so far, okay? Brisket to replace my very later birthday cake, but there were so many issues that could go wrong with it. That's true. You can have a shitty brisket. It's a possibility. Oh, is it raining again? It is raining again. All right, cool. Makes my job easier. Okay, I will plant those seeds tomorrow. No secret, just mean. Wonder if leaving the house gives me anything. No, okay. On to the next day. Save? and we're gonna sleep. Ish. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's autumn 1st. Alright, what do we got to work with? Harvest banquet. Cancelled if rainy. Bring an ingredient for the pot. Okay. Time for me to change into my autumn outfit. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Hairstyle stays. Hair color stays. Yeah. Ooh, that's cute. Kind of cute. But so is that. Is that more winter? I think that's more winter. We're gonna do this one. Yay! Okay. Right. Oh, I should check the weather. What's the weather forecast? Before I bring everybody outside. Okay, it might rain later, but at least for the first part of the morning, I can bring them outside. Yes. Ooh, there's mushrooms growing outside now. Love that. Alright. I can plant strawberries. I think 2 more rows of 5. Okay, carrots. Okay. Watering can. The ground is wet enough right now. Mushroom. Bracken. I'm gonna have apples and grapes this season. Cool. Any other mushrooms? Yes. Okay. Time to take care of the babies now. Oh, okay, damn. Okay. Okay. Everybody's yelling at me today. I have more milk than you were producing before, please? Yeah, there we go. But I think it's better quality. It is! S quality. I'll have to come back and check for eggs. We're gonna sell a couple of these S quality milks. Get me some monies from that. And we're gonna put the mushrooms there, and the herb and that. Okay, now I really need the chickens to lay some eggs because now I don't have anything to give as gifts. That's alright. Are there any? There should be requests. The internet says that they show up on the 1st and the 6th. Sweet potato. Okay. Sweet potato soup. Okay. Alright. Oh! visual cues. When it has new requests, there will be blue paper on it. I'm dumb. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just dumb. I'm just a little blind. You know, it's no big deal, really. Ooh, more mushrooms. I accept the bounty that nature provides. And these ones, so I can go see my friends. Recipes, please. Yes, mashed potatoes. No recipe. No recipe. But I learned mashed potatoes. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any flowers so far. Oh no, they're over there. Okay. Sage soil flowers, huh? Digging time. Big boy. Let's get started. You're both kind of in my way. Okay, well, we can start here. Oh, brink. Ooh, a gemstone. Yay. There's got to be a way. There we go. Oh? Oh, it's a fork. I need some archaeological advancements, please. Let me find something cool. Ooh, something. There's something in there. Oh, my nose itches. Wow, it's buried. May I please have? There we go. Another gemstone. Well, not what I wanted. Trying to find those big archaeological finds. Please. Oh, I'm hungry. The hunger noise sounds like a purring cat. Alright. Is it another gemstone? Oh my god, it is! Wow, how did I know? I had to dig hella far for that. There's something. Probably another gemstone. Fucking Carter, I'm right in the middle of something here. Another gemstone. Just one. Oh, maybe? Yeah, I'm unearthing it more. It's a gemstone. Why is it taking so long? Maybe that was a glitch. That was weird. It, like, was actually sticking up out of the ground that time. I need to find, like, a stone tablet or something. This might be a dud of a hole. Oh, nope, there's something. What did I find? Oh. Well, Daryl will like that. Literally, she's not even close to this one. Like, sorry, there's something in the way. Okay, at least there's a coin. Wrong hole. Carter, fuck off. We've talked about this. I'm having to dig deeper for, like, less cool things. It's all about the hunt. It's all about the science. Carter? Carter. There's such a thing as sexual harassment, okay? I need you to never do that again, please. Thank you. Dude was all up in my business. His front was on my butt. That was... I'm calling HR, Carter. This is too much. Flora, are you okay? Blink if you need help, Flora, please. You're stuck down here with him all the time. I worry. I would like to find something in this hole, please. There's something. What is it? Don't be a fork. Carter! Go away, you creepy old man! Stop it! It's a fork. Okay. Probably another fork. I didn't have to dig very far for this one, but it's probably another fork. Yep. Fork number 3. Okay, I'm gonna get some good money from Van in a couple days. Carter, please. I don't like you. I'm just in it for the money. I found the most magnificent treasure. Why are you staring at my butt? Magnificent. I've never seen something so... Carter's a creep. Carter is confirmed a creep. Alright, well, that was a bust. I'm leaving. I'm so leaving. Found a lot of things. None of them archaeologically advancing. It's okay, though. I will become victorious. I can't believe he doesn't think this old, like, statue is or fossils are important. Like, he's just trying to find the Illuminati tablets or some shit. That's all he cares about. I'm gonna go check on my plants, make sure. I think I might need to water them. And then check my chicken for eggs. Maybe make myself a mushroom. Fertilized egg, but I could still eat it. You're a boy chicken. Where's the other girl chicken? There they are. You don't have an egg? What the fook is wrong with you? Why no egg? Explain. Fine, I can give Matthew the fertilized egg. I guess I should make myself something to eat here before I finish watering things. Okay, recipe. Probably make a mushroom soup. Make an egg soup, but I don't want to. Heartwarming. Okay, I need a potato. Yeah. Let me check my fridge to see what I have. I don't think it's potato season yet. Let me just grab a bunch of shit out of my fridge. One turnip. One tomato. There's an herb. There's a fish. That should give me something. I should be able to make something from that. I wish that my kitchen, like, linked to the refrigerator that was outside. That would be nice. Soup. I want to make egg soup. Really? I literally can't make any of this shit? Sweet potatoes and turnips. Okay, I don't have sweet potatoes yet. Salad. Okay. Let's do a marinade. Okay. Yes. Yay! Okay, well that solved my hunger, but not much for my energy. I just need to water these last couple of things. They're drying out. Oh, out of water. Okay, now I need to go find Matthew. Let's get on my horse. That'll make me go faster. Oh, Daryl. Statue for Daryl. He likes these. Woohoo! Okay, he's taken care of. I need to go find Matthew. He doesn't go very far from, like, these locations. Give Nina her peach. Okay, he's right there. Oh! You horse, please. That's what you get for sleeping. Forcibly waking you up. Oh, there's mushrooms over there, too. I look like wieners. It's mushroom. Oh, and I ate it. Sorry, I got distracted. Wrong button! Oh, good. I can still go inside. Oh, gang's all here, huh? Okay, uncross your arms. There we go. Jesus Christ. Look at all that money I have. It's still not a lot. Just want to chat. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. 5 hearts still. Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it. Home, Jeeves. Everybody back inside for the night. Do-do. You have an egg for me? Yes, you do. Finally. Oh, sorry, I woke you up. Everybody go back inside. It's bedtime. It's bedtime. There we go. He's on a mission. journal. Bedtime, kiddos. Sleep. A beautiful dream. Oh, it's raining. Is it gonna rain for the next 6 hours? Apparently so. Love that. Ooh, that's big rain. Like dark sky big rain. Oh! I forgot I can go first person. Oh, that's weird. Ooh, apples and grapes. Yes! Give me them apples. Give me them grapes. Yeah. Use my fertilizer on the trees. Forgot about that. There we go. Mushrooms. Okay. It's okay though. And now it stopped raining. Okay, I'm gonna leave them inside, and then I'm gonna check the weather, and then I'll see if they can come outside. Not the burning. Okay. It's a girl secret, Delvin. Okay, it's supposed to rain again, so we'll see. I'll have to check the weather again after 12. The birds. I feel that in my soul, Mr. Bird. Just mechanics in a can. Pickled veggies. Okay. Hello, Pui. I like his little hums. As long as it doesn't hurt you, it's not, doesn't hurt to try. Beat you inside, Cecilia. He said it's good to see me. Yeah, I'll buy some fertilizer. Oh. That's not what I mean by hurt. I mean, like, allergic reactions or, like, crippling pain. A little burning means it's working. She's fine. Beauty is pain, remember? 793 fertilizers, please. No. Still 5? Okay, I'll work to change that. The weather is still iffy, so I'm not going to bring the animals out just yet. We're going to ride around and see. Go visit Daryl. Oh, there's flowers down here. Those are the fall flowers I was looking for. You know, the important parts, Delvin. Oh. There we go. Hey. You wake the fuck up. I love how I can just cheat the system by whistling. Just gonna ride around till 1 p.m. when Daryl wakes up. We're exploring. Going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Just want it to be 1 p.m. so that Daryl can wake up. Riding around town on my trusty steed. Just literally wasting time. I'm gonna go check the 6-hour weather forecast again, because it's still gloomy. We'll see what it says about rain. That'll help me waste time, too. Oh, money! Check that weather forecast. Okay, just cloudy. So it shouldn't rain. I'm gonna let everybody out. I like how my crops, like, grow midway through the day. Kinda cool. Are the eggs in here? No. Are you sitting on eggs? No. No. Okay, well, fine. I suppose take your time or whatever. My nose itches. Okay. Ow, my foot. I am having so many problems. Being old sucks. Daryl, are you freaking awake yet, dude? I have a freaking statue and a freaking fossil to give you, if you don't mind. Woohoo! I like his woohoos. They're funny. Still doesn't like me. Keep my mitts off the machinery, he keeps saying. How rude. Suppose... check my chickens for eggs again. Maybe? Aha! Aha! I can give Matthew an egg. Then I will do more of my favorite side mini game, whatever. Mining. Yay! Egg. Love me, please. Not too hot, not too cold. This is the perfect season for my health. Fall is the perfect season. Before I came here, I was busy every second of every day, but here in the valley, I can take things easy. It's pretty relaxing. My favorite. Oh, they better not be on a date. They better not be on a date. Watching the river flow by is so relaxing. Yeah. Oh, is that Lumi? Hello! It is me. Oh no, this is his next heart event. I think. Is this heart event number 6? It is! 6 heart event! Look at me go. Hey. It's not a date. Not for them. Well, Ceci. Cece? Ceci. Cece sounds better. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. But I think I'm gonna go rest for a while, just in case. I'm sorry to leave so suddenly. Would you do me a favor and keep Matt company? Of course. She's doing this on purpose. Well, she's running, she's fine. Little matchmaker. I guess we could, talk? Sure. Yes, we can talk. Just so you know, I don't really like chatting with people, but... I don't know. You're different. Fun to talk to, even. Forget it. So, how's it feel to be a resident of the valley? You've been here a while now. Everything going all right for you? You bet. Cool. Glad to hear it. Me? I'm taking it a day at a time, I guess. Doing what I can. Back when I first moved here, I used to worry about, well, everything, really. Not so much anymore. Fish? A fish? Maybe you could catch it. You fish, right? My smile. Did I catch him off guard? He flushed. I'm gonna head back. Oh, my smile. He couldn't take it. He's so freaking cute, I swear. I don't think he's here, but I'm gonna go in anyway. Fish. Whoa, there wasn't 6 hearts there, but I still got the scene. Love that for me. We're gonna go mining. This van comes tomorrow, so I should hopefully be able to make some good bank. Alright, I hate you, but I'm here again. I hope that by year 2, the frickin' mine, like, gets bigger or something. Maybe that's why I'm not finding any, like, archaeologically advanced stuff. Because I already found it, and now I have to wait for year 2. That would be dumb, but I wouldn't put it past this game to do that. They make you wait for things. Damn, I'm gonna dig really far down for this one. A statue. Gift for Daryl. Crazy scientist man. Is there nothing in this one? Alright, moving on. Laura left me alone with Carter, and I'm upset about that. Carter? Literally? Can't you just stand there and, like, not pretend to work? Because I'm doing all the work anyway. It would make my life easier if you would just stop moving. Stop moving! Don't stare at me. Don't be a weirdo. Another statue! Hooray! How dare, exactly. Running out of time. I need to at least break ground on all of these holes. So I feel like I did something. It's the slow motion digging for me. Oh my gosh, I did so much digging today. Wow! You know, it'd be funny if he just happened to fall in one of those holes and you accidentally buried him. Whoops! I forgot how to dig, and suddenly I'm piling you with dirt. Whoa, I can't stop. I forgot how to dig. My reflexes, they don't work. I can only go in reverse, Carter. I'm so sorry. It's really unfortunate how you hit my arm and, like, fell in this hole, and now I can't stop myself from putting the dirt back. Crazy. Wow. Also, I might be Italian, and we happen to witness lots of accidents. I heard nothing, I know nothing, I will say nothing. Ding ding. Okay, so if that was his 6-heart event. That's cool. I got the 6-heart event, I guess, a little early? I really need to gift him a lot of shit this month. Van day, it's sunny. which means I can't dig today, but that's fine. Everybody outside. Strawberries, carrot, sweet potato, melon, tomato. I wonder if I can upgrade my watering today. We'll see. See if he has a better one for me to use. I'm hungry. Bloop. Go. Oh, I didn't want to eat it. But it got rid of my hunger, so. Now I don't have to cook anything. Okay. Say hello to the babies. Snuggle the butt. Stop being asleep. Okay. Here we go. Stop being asleep. There. Oh, come on. You're supposed to... That's supposed to be the trick to wake you up. You bitch. Wake up. Come on. Wake up. I want to brush you, you bitch. Fine. Animals do not make my life easy. Damn. Can I brush you now? No? Fine. Heck you. Oh, okay, whatever. Gotta stop letting it count humans. Awake now, it stopped counting humans. Have any fruits that I can shake out? Yes, I do. We'll do one at a time. Or whatever. There we go. Okay. Time to go find people to give some gifts. And by people, I mean Matthew. He should be here. I know Vesta was here on Hungry again because the mushroom wasn't enough. Gotta go cook myself something then. Is he up here then? There he is, by the waterfall, brooding. milk for you. And I have another present. Love you and stuff. Oh, great. Take it. Oh, get your arms off your hips, sir. Thank you. The way that you can't give them gifts when they're, like, standing a certain way is ridiculous to me. This place is great. Nice and cold. I got splashed. Should be able to get a recipe off of them, even though it's Van Day. Get your arms off of your hips and grab my grapes. There's an innuendo in there somewhere. Earth soup. Okay, we'll see what that does. Birds be out here screaming. Hi, Vesta. Bye, Vesta. Hello, child I don't remember. Bye, child. Hello, Cecilia. Bye, Cecilia. Do we have eggs yet? No. You do, though. Okay. When do I ever not have innuendos in my one-liners? You are correct. That is a good point. What is earth soup? Potatoes and carrots. Okay. So, soup for me. One. Yes, this should solve my hunger problem. For longer than the mushroom did. There we go. Will you accept anything that I give you? Oh, you're crossing your arms. He, like, just doesn't accept gifts. Whatever. Whatever. I won't gift you anything anyway. Stupid. Okay. First, let's sell. 2 of those because I want to give one to Daryl. We'll do all of those. And then that. Okay. 36.60 sounds good to me. I want to check what you have for sale. Oh yeah, okay, so I can upgrade my milker and my clippers, but not my watering can. That's fine. Pick the one you no longer need for no extra charge. Well, he just swaps it out for me. Amazing. I will get clippers. Yes. And I still came out with a profit of like 1,600 or something like that. Nice, good for me. Go me! Daryl's not awake yet, but I'm just gonna awkwardly stand in his yard. And if he had a window, I would stare into it, so I'm just gonna breathe into his door. He has a grate on it. Oh, excuse me. Ah. Just listen to the sweet, sweet sounds of his crackling electronic things on his roof. Excuse you, Nami, I was here first, thank you. Here. Keep your mitts off the machinery. So he's got full friendship. So I'm getting there on his affection. Let's see what he's at. Daryl. He doesn't have any hearts. Okay, so I don't know what my friendship level with him is at. Because the hearts in the diary are different than the ones in your book. Huh. Well, let's try to trigger. Let's try to just trigger the other one, see what happens. I don't think it'll work like that, but we're gonna see what happens. It may not work because it's Van Day, but we'll see. Oh. Oh! Diary be damned. Yeah. 8-heart event. Hey. Sorry, I'm in no mood to talk. Could you just leave me alone? I think I have to ask him what happened. I probably have to ask him. Yeah, what happened? I was thinking about the past. Years ago, I got so sick that I couldn't work anymore. That's how I wound up in the valley. But even after all this time, my conditions hardly improved. My doctor says my recovery depends a lot on my attitude, but I might be like this for the rest of my life. No, you won't. You'll get better. What do you know? You can't understand how I feel. Just leave me alone. No, I'm staying right here. You can't get rid of me. I love you. He's so cute. Then I'm leaving. No! Don't leave! Please! No! You better not. You better turn around right now. You're welcome. Thanks, he says. My freaking smile that sends him into orbit. Okay. I wonder if I can just give him the blue feather right now. Is he here? Is he on the farm? Maybe he's up in the forest? Oh, no! Yeah. He's let go of your hips. That's, not for me, is it? Think again, it's for you! Wait, you're serious? Could you give me a sec? Yes! Proposal complete. Oh, his song is nice. This is a real blue feather, huh? And you're sure I'm the guy for you? Baby, you're the only one for me. Listen to the music, it's so nice. Well, just so you know, I still plan on working at Vestas Farm. That's fine. I wouldn't have it any other way. You've done really well on your own so far. But now I'll be there to take care of things. Ugh! My heart. Oh, he smiled! Yay! Okay, now what does it say? Okay. We just have to be engaged? I wonder how marriage works. Let's find out. Getting married. Maybe they just don't have that page yet? Get married, okay. Wait for that page to take an eternity to load because my internet sucks. Yay, I did it. I got engaged. Because if I didn't do that by the end of chapter 1, I would have freaking failed. The fact that you can give more gifts, like more than one gift in a day, is really what pushed me over the edge for that. So, love that for me. Well, there's a grape on the ground that I didn't pick up, apparently. Or it dropped while I wasn't looking. That is a possibility. Or they just, like, naturally fall to the ground. Boop. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Guess there's not really much else I can do. I can't go digging or anything. I'll just go to sleep. On to the next day. Is this? Okay, so the festival is the day after. Do 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 do. Journal. Write in journal. Yes. Okay, did the page load yet? No. There we go. Getting married. Raise affection. Romance events. The blue feather. Pose. Hold the blue feather. Huh. Oh, that's cool. If you haven't given the feather to anyone by the time you go to bed on winter 10, the person who has the most affection will be outside to marry you. Cute. Love this. Okay. What's the weather? Sunny, at least for the first portion of the day. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring the animals inside last night. I hope they don't hate me. Yay! Wanted to stay till the end, but I'm gonna go to sleep since it's almost 3 a.m. Holy moly. Go to sleep. I love you. Bye. How's your day going? Are you free right now? Oh, blush. I didn't have anything in particular reason for visiting, if that's what you're curious about, but I was wondering if you'd want to go on a walk with me? Amazing. Blah, 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 but no words. Okay, we're just chatting. We're having a good old cute chat. Our walkabout town as a couple. You're offering to help me carry this heavy thing. Well, that's mighty nice of you. Oh. Ah, his little smile.
Luma Garender is now following.
Well, hello, Luma. Thank you so much for the follow. Luma Garender. Very nice. Very nice. My name is Mama Lumi. And we're playing some Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons. And I just proposed to my man. We're telling everyone that we're together now. I hope you're having a great Thursday. Please enjoy the vibes and the follower emotes. Oh, wow, that's super helpful. Thanks for the advice, miss. Oh, he's cute. The beach. I like long walks on the beach. The sound of the waves is so peaceful. Do you want to walk along the shore for a bit? Oh my god, yes. Are we gonna hold hands? Careful where you step. Oh, no, he's putting his hands in his pocket. Whatever. And he's the one that falls. Watch your step. Falls over. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to freak out like that. My mind was elsewhere. He's shy. I've always thought that if someone is precious to you, then you've got to protect them. And after seeing you help so many people today, that includes me, by the way. I mean, you just helped me right now. Well, all of that made me realize I want to protect and help you too, more than anything. But it feels different than the way I imagined it. I don't think protecting someone has to be some sort of one-sided obligation. You're your own person. You don't have to hide in anyone's shadow. You should be next to me, where you belong. We'll stand side by side, supporting each other through thick and thin. How's that sound? I'll support you too. Adorable. Thanks. If I'm in a bind, I know you'll be there to help me. Help me through it. Alright, well, why don't we take a little more time for ourselves before we head back? Look at his little smile, it's so cute! Oh my goodness. Do I just, like, go visit people now? He just left me on the beach, by the way. Thanks, bro.
Hey.
Top of the morning. I wonder... The website said something about, like, visiting people. I wonder if that's later. Let me check it. What does it say? I guess we haven't done the thing yet? I don't know. I was supposed to, like, go visit people, but I guess it didn't really play out like that. This doctor is never home. And I've only seen him, like, once or twice. Nina! No, I don't have any gifts.
Oh.
Good morning. Here to chat.
Oh.
I don't have the things for your request yet. It is only the 4th day of the month. Oh, she's playing the piano. Okay. I guess I'll just go home then. Because, yeah, I haven't done my crops yet or seen my animals, so I should probably do that. Before my crops die, I should go water them. And I accidentally left my animals out all night. So they may be upset at me. We'll find out. Crops first, then animals. I will not lose an entire field of crops again. Still don't know how that happened. Hello? Can I please go back in the straight line I was watering them in? There's a method here that I'm trying to follow. Out of water. Go. Get that fertilizer here. Boop. Go. Give the tree a little shake. Fruit, please. Thank you. Okay, so that's all taken care of. Ah! I think I'm gonna pass out before 9 p.m. Oh, damn. Big, exhausting day. We'll go get some sleep. I will see you later. Thank you for hanging out. Fodder. It's not. Okay, that sucks. Unless it goes straight into my silo. Okay. Good night, sir. Okay, it does go straight into my silo. Whew. I panicked there for a second. Do not accidentally cut animals. I like the music in this game. So nice. Milk, please. Thank you. Y'all can stay outside for a little bit longer. At some point, I'll go home and cook something. Caprese salad. Everything is so brown. I love the fall. It's the best. Actually, I think I'll go to the bar. A little cafe bar. If it's open. It should be open. Yeah, okay. Food, please, sir. Ready to order. We'll do a club sandwich. Yum, yum, yum. What do you say to me now that we're engaged? Okay, the grapes I got from you tasted terrible. Well, that's not very nice. You don't really say anything special to me. That's rude. I'm your almost wife, sir. Have some respect. Everybody back inside! I don't know what tomorrow's weather's gonna be like. Okay, day accomplished. Do 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 do. Outside real quick. Sometimes things happen at night when you leave your house, so I had to check. Save. And sleep. Do 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 do. Okay. Today's a festival. Oh, what's happening? Vesta. Hey there. The valley's been blessed with a crackin' good harvest again, so it's time to hold the harvest banquet. We're all gonna get together around a giant pot of food to thank the earth and pray for next year's harvest. Lou and I'll be prepping everything over at the inn, and it'd be a huge help if you swung by and gave us a hand. We'll be around from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., so no rush if you got other stuff to do today. A big pot stuffed with just my veggies ain't very exciting, so it'd be great if you could bring some products from your farm, too. Oh, you betcha. Nothing inedible, obviously. Oh, and we also won't be accepting cooked dishes, herbs, or fish, so keep that in mind. You don't have to bring anything, of course. You're still welcome to come to the banquet, even if you don't have any ingredients to spare. Anywho, if you think you can bring something that's not a dish, herbs, or fish, come to the inn between 10 and 5. Can't wait to see ya. Okay. Let's see what I can do. I'm sure I've got something. Ooh. Okay, we have turnips. Pretty sure these are turnips. Yeah, turnips. I will bring a turnip. I'll see if I can bring multiple things. I don't know if I can. We'll see. But I'll try and bring, like, milk and maybe some other veggies. Oh, stretch. Oh, it's a festival day, which means it's going to be sunny, like, all day. So I will definitely be letting the animals out. Oh, look at that. Fruits on the ground. Oh, is this the last ones they're gonna give me, or no? Only the 5th of the season. That can't be the end of the fruit. I don't think it is. I think it's just flowering for the next batch. Okay. Bring the babies outside. Do, do, do. Two chickens. Where's the other one? There it is. Do-do-do-do-do. Gave me an oh, I don't want to eat it. I ate it. Damn it. Hurry up and wake up. I guess I'm just gonna wake you up. Sorry about it. Oh, you're still just gonna sleep, huh? Heck you then. You're asleep. Everybody's freaking asleep when I try to take care of them. So not cool. awake now? No. You awake now? Yes. Now oh, now the sheep's asleep. Chicken's awake. I swear to Christ. I swear to Christ. Wake up, butthead. Not even sorry for doing that. Not even sorry. Now that that's... Oops. Do you have an egg for me yet? No. Whatever. Okay. We'll sell turnips, apples, 4 of those, 1 of those. Okay. And it's just about time for the festival. Here at the inn. I'm gonna wait outside awkwardly. Do, 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 do. Oh my goodness, come on. Time goes way slower when I'm waiting for something, I swear. I want to do the festival, please. There we go. Ah! Excuse me, not me. Why are you walking around with your eyes shut? Okay, weirdo. Oh, fine timing you got there. You're gonna join us for the harvest banquet, ain't ya? Yes, ma'am. Well then. Did you bring something from your farm? Of course. Much obliged. I'd love to see what you brought. Can I grab multiple things? Nope, just one. Milk. I hope that makes it creamy. This'll make a nice addition to the pot. I want to put more than one thing in there, though. I've got good additions. I do. I'm a farmer, damn it! Oh, it's outside? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, I see. Big ol' hot pot. Well, hello, Mr. Crane. Nice to see you. Time to get things rolling. Bestie here was kind enough to donate a generous helping of veggies from her farm. All that's left is the finishing touch, adding what Lumi brought. Milk. I hope that makes a nice stew. Oh, now that smells good. I'd say it's about time we serve this up. Wait just a sec. Move real fast. Yummy! Alright, folks, soup's up. Eat as much as you like. Yum. Oh, Van's here with his creepy teeth. Sorry, your teeth are creepy. This year's food is quite palatable. Refining one's physique is all well and good, but on days like these, one must eat, drink, and be merry, as they say. You say that every year, Van. And I'm just confused. Excuse me. That's a wrap on this year's harvest banquet. Come celebrate with us next year too, okay? Here's hoping for another hearty banquet next year. And it's 12 p.m. and that's the end of that, apparently. Apparently. Okay, well, works for me. Right. I am gonna save right here. Oh no, not that button. This one. Because that is the end of stream for me. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. Let's take a look. I think I'm just gonna end it there today. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back next week with more streams. At some point, I'll come up with a schedule that maybe I can stick to. We'll find out. Or I'll just stream whenever I feel like it. I don't know. But anyway, happy Thursday. Have a great night. And oh, Crane, the very end, you raised the cost of VIP. How dare you, sir? You diabolical, maniacal man. I'll get that in there. Back up to 58,000. How dare you? Alright. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. But I hope you all have a great time. And I'll see you later. Bye!